So there's been a bit of a waterfall coming off of my gutter, and I think it might have to do with leaves. And I wanted a solution that didn't involve me climbing on a ladder, so I got this thing. It's a big pole with a grabber thing, Gutter Sense, and I've jerry-rigged a little like phone mount because I kind of wanted to see what's up there too. If you get this guy, note the caution that says don't cut the monofilament line, which looks like packing line, off of it when you get it, which is what I did. This is an integral part of the operation. You should not cut this when you get it like I did, because then you have to buy a fishing line and replace it. Okay, I've got my camera and the grabber at the top of the pole near the gutter, and my phone on a video conference right here. But definitely a lot of leaves.
Whoa.
Full of leaves. Okay, now we're gonna try to grab it.
Inside the gutter now.
It took me a little bit to get a feel for where the gutter versus the roof
a little
was,
bit
but
further.
I eventually got it.
Not in the gutter, am I?
No, you're on the roof. No, scooch back a little bit. You need.
More this way. I see what you're saying. Oh, there we go. There we go. I'm in. I think I'm in.
Yeah, you're in.
Oh, yes. Okay. Scooping.
Scoop.
Scooping. Oh, it's pulling hard.
You're in.
I'm in.
Yeah, you're in.
Grabbing. Lifting. Oh, watch out, Blue.
Daddy.
It's working.
To give you a better idea of how it works, I had a helper record me cleaning a one-story gutter from the side. Here the claws just barely fit between the shingles and gutter, so it's a little harder to extract. But all my second-story gutters had more clearance for what it's worth. This shot also shows you one of the main challenges, these gutter supports. I was actually able to get a good bunch even with the gutter support in between the claws, but when there were only a few leaves left, I couldn't pull up the claw past the support. But with the claws open, you can kind of shove them from the side to get the leaves out from under the support and then grab them. And the instructions actually talk about feeling around for these supports as part of the process. On one of my gutters, I unfortunately had a bunch of extra supports since my original nails were pulling out. So this gutter is super annoying, but I can still kind of make it work.
Aha!
Here I set up a laptop to give me a bigger screen to watch, and that was really helpful. I'm kind of surprised at how clean it's actually able to get the gutter. Now, if you don't have the claw arranged just right, it's pretty easy to miss, so it can take a few shots to clear a given section. And after you stare up straight for 10 minutes or so, it really starts to hurt your neck. But would I rather do this than climb all the way up a ladder and climb all the way down a ladder every time you want to move to the side 3 feet? I'd much prefer this grabber. Also, the risk of death is much less. So as you can see here, my gutter is completely full of water. And even though I was able to pull out a huge amount of debris from the gutter, I eventually did have to climb up there with the ladder and unplug a downspout that was completely blocked with dirt and leaves. I might have been able to attach a stick or something to it to poke through that, but some things I think you just need the dexterity of your fingers to handle. It's a really clever design. So you pull this rope from down below and it pulls on this tiny little fishing line, which goes here, and then, yeah, you see the line comes out through that little hole, and then goes down here, and then goes through this hole, all the way over to this side. So right near this axis, or this axle point, it takes an incredible amount of force to squeeze this guy, but out here it doesn't take as much force. So by having this string, here I'll show you it working. So when this string gets pulled, it clamps together like that. You can see that. So it's pretty clever. It enables you to pull straight down from the center area, but then actually the force you need is only the force you would need to squeeze it from the ends, which doesn't take quite as much since you're farther away from the spring. You have a lot more leverage out there. It's a clever little design. And from the ground, it's really not that hard to pull. There we go. Keep going. Do it again. Just you pull it, sweetie. Note, if you buy this GutterSense grabber thing, you're going to also have to attach another 6 to 8 feet of string to the end of the cord that it comes with if you want to reach a second story gutter. When you screw this guy on, I recommend torquing it down pretty good, since if you try to push with the, let's see, this one, if you try to shove the leaves to the side, it's gonna work to unscrew this. So I'm just gonna use these pliers to give it another twist. They specifically say in the instructions not to use the grippers as a torque wrench to tighten this down, so that's why I'm trying to grab it right there. Okay, that's about it for the review. I would recommend overall. A lot better than climbing a ladder. Again, there are links in the description for all the stuff. And to end, I'll just show you a little bit of the build process for attaching this camera. Do another one down there. So now I should have a little bit more visibility. I'll figure out how to attach it to here. Probably drill some holes maybe. Oh. Okay. 1, 2. Now it's all over there. Okay. All right. Push it in. Get out. All right. Seems pretty safe. Another like 6 inches above the claws, so hopefully I'll get more visibility and see both of them at once and see some more leaves.